Well, thank you very much, and thank you for organising this conference and the very interesting contributions that have been made so far. It's great to be back in India, and each time I come, I'm amazed by the buzz. This morning up in Gurgaon, the extraordinary development and the speed of development there is very impressive. It's not to say, though, that there aren't great challenges, and what the area of education and skills is one of those areas of great challenge. But it's a hugely welcome challenge, and in such a fast-developing economy, obviously there is an ever greater demand for a more skilled workforce. And I take on board very much the comments that have just been made about developing not only training providers and better links with training providers, and we can take forward those suggestions, but also on course content and on all of the wider infrastructure needed to put in place the enormously ambitious solutions that you have a very clear target at NSDC to be able to hit. And I could just pay tribute for a moment, because I haven't had the opportunity to on this visit, to the work of NSDC and NSDA, and the bringing together under the Indian national government of all of the different strands has made it much easier from our point of view to engage, and I understand made it much easier to engage within the Indian system too. After healthcare, education is the second biggest global industry. The figures I have show that it's worth an estimated $2.5 trillion dollars globally. That was in 2005. It's supposed to be worth $4.5 trillion dollars globally today, and expected to be around $6.5 trillion dollars just in 2017. Or in terms of student numbers, in 1970 there were 79 million students in tertiary education. In 2007, that's 152 million, and this decade, yet more are set to enrol. So this is a fast-growing area. I've mentioned the challenge you have to raise the education standards of 500 million young people. It shows the scale of the challenge and the scale of the demand. But in order to hit that demand, bricks and mortar, schools and colleges, important as they are only one thing, and whilst getting in the new buildings is important, getting in the highly qualified teachers and trainers is another matter entirely. And faced with a challenge on this scale, I'm a passionate believer that technology is part of the answer, and how to equip those entering the labour market with the right skills, and then crucially to give the accreditation for those skills so that the skills are transferable, and help people to continually refresh their skills and be able to accredit the skills that they've got. Making sure that we can do this using technology to encourage and to empower teachers and empowering them to embrace and exploit the technology on offer. That is the goal and the challenge that we have. And whether it's about upgrading IT infrastructure or making sure that the culture changes within teaching, this is a challenge we have in the UK too. In the UK, we are the Janet 6 computer network, which links all UK higher education and further education and many of the important research establishments. This is linked with possibly one of the fastest computer networks in the world, allowing the data to be processed and allowing course content to be downloaded. And these infrastructure elements are crucial, and we're funding these improvements to ensure that all colleges have a robust connection. But without the embracing of technology by teachers and by those who are delivering on the ground, all of this infrastructure can't be maximized. The opportunities are growing. A favorite example of mine is the use of haptic technology to allow dental students to practice techniques without terrorizing the volunteers. I've also had the opportunity to learn welding using online materials, using the equivalent that were developed for computer games, without ruining endless pieces of steel that would otherwise have been set for the scrap heap because of my wobbly hand. But this, making sure that these techniques are fully used is an important part of making the most of technology that's available, and of course using the MOOC. I was very pleased. In the UK we've recently launched Future Learn. It's a MOOC that's already proving very popular. India, I see, is one of the top 4 users. It brings together different universities in order to provide content, and almost a third of Future Learn courses are vocational, so it has vocational and academic subject matter on it. But Future Learn is just the start. And the open element of MOOCs means that it gives the opportunity for engagement across the world, and instead of obviously having the physical daily attendance, it's also much more flexible for those who are working and those who are more physically remote. So it helps to reach parts that education otherwise can't reach. And put on a mobile, it then takes forward this opportunity, yet another stage, to make the most of the technology that is available. So I hugely welcome the AAT mobile MOOC, giving people access to skills and knowledge relevant to them, helping with employment prospects. The fact that Florian have chosen to launch this accountancy MOOC in India, I think, is a telling remark on where the future is, and it reflects the confidence that we in the UK have in India as one of the most important of our trading partners and one of the most important elements of the economy in the years and decades to come. So whether it's through supporting English and the English is Great campaign and the English language, or vocational skills that can be used to help people into jobs, or of course the academic skills for those who want to strive to have the very best and most high level education in the world. There is a thirst for education here in India, and together I know that we can strengthen education for both of our countries, ultimately so that more people can reach their potential and the future relationship between our two countries can grow ever stronger. Thank you very much.